to another Bloons Sea Battles video. So in today's video, and this is a very special one for you. It was a special one for me as well because it was very fun and it was very intense. So I do hope that you guys do enjoy this one. I don't know why I'm saying it at the beginning of the video, but you know. So today there was some, what was it called? I mean, for you guys it was yesterday because you guys are seeing this the day after I recorded it. But I think it's like, yeah, R3 Bonanza with fire. So it's a really fun game mode. 100 medallions wager. My voice just, whew. 100 medallions wager. And these are the three towers we were set with. So at first I was a little worried, obviously. I've never really used any of these towers that much before, so. But first we do start off placing down the, I can't remember what it's called. The monkey ace, that's what it's called. We do first start off placing down the monkey ace, because my original plan was filling that like bottom left hand corner of the screen with monkey aces, and then filling the circle with dart monkeys, mainly juggernaut dart monkeys, because the monkey ace that I was planning on getting is like demolishes regular balloons, and then the juggernauts demolish like ceramics or Moabs and stuff like that. So that was kind of the plan I was going for. But he goes for different sort of strategy. He starts off with a juggernaut. I can see how the juggernaut's good, like early game, but I feel like it's not the greatest thing. I feel like there's better tower. I mean, obviously there's better towers early game, but I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. But as you can see, instead of going for the planes in the bottom left hand corner, he's going for, well, it's his bottom right hand corner, but he's going for dart monkeys. And right now I'm just building up my eco. Yeah, just building up eco and staying with the one monkey ace because so far he's doing pretty well. But they do start to get like around that circle. This is kind of an interesting track. But they do start to get around the circle, and I do start losing a few lives. So I do end up placing another one in a very bad place, so I have to replace it. I do end up losing a few lives here, but it's nothing too much to worry about. Just got a little overwhelmed. I had some difficulties placing this monkey ace because I kept putting it in the recycle bin, so that was kind of annoying, but we eventually got past it. But what was it called? The monkey ace that the Neva miss targeting, I think I definitely pronounced that wrong, is really good. But the 4th tier upgrade for that, like for the left side of the monkey ace, was the one I was planning on going for, because it was like the bomb one, where you just rapidly shoot bombs at the balloons and destroy them all. It's a really good upgrade. So yeah, that's what I was kind of aiming for. Still focusing on eco. My eco's not the greatest right now, but it's also not the worst. So I think I do. No, do I? No, I don't think I lose any more lives from this point on. So that's good. So far, his juggernauts are doing really well for him. Definitely a lot better than our monkey aces currently. But now that I start to get more monkey aces down, we start to handle them a lot better. So that is good. But the player I was versing was a pretty decent player as well, because he was also sending eco to me as quickly as I was sending it to him. So we finally found someone that knew what they were doing. So that's good. Yeah, they do start to tower through really quickly. I don't think I noticed this because I was like barely holding on, and he was still sending like balloons at me. So I just realized something. The pink balloons that were coming towards my side, I just realized it does play with fire, so that could have just been mine. It took me way too long to figure that out. I literally just figured that out while like voicing over this video, so that's kind of crazy. But now that we do have all of the playing or all the monkey aces that we can actually fit in that area. Now we're just going to focus on eco some more. After we place down some dart monkeys, I think what I end up doing is placing down dart monkeys, filling out that whole area, and then getting them all to juggernauts, and then focusing on eco a bit more. And you can also fit dart monkeys on the outer edges, so I also made juggernauts on the outer edges, so that was good. I don't know what I was doing here. I just tossed a few balloons in. Not really sure as to why, but I always forget that with play with fire, you have to make sure you can handle what you send, because then it comes back at you. On his side, he does go for an interesting strategy. He has dart monkeys, which I don't even know how he fit them that well, because I couldn't do that, like around the circle. He's gonna make them all go for like the super monkey thing, so he can just have a bunch of abilities, which I thought was a good idea, and at some point thought that since, like, when I was looking at his side, I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna beat me. That strategy is so much better. Which, I mean, he did at first, but like he wasn't. I mean, what I was thinking was like he'd keep using the abilities over and over and over, so he'd just be destroying. But that's not really what he. I mean, that's kind of what he did, but at the same time, it's not. So as you can see, we're just filling out the area with juggernauts. When I finally like fill all the areas with juggernauts, it's actually like really satisfying to look at. Or at least it was for me. I don't know about you guys, but it was definitely for me. Just having them all catapult, it's such a cool like look, I guess. Let me know if you guys were also kind of satisfied by that. It's gonna be a weird thing in the comment section. Just asking you guys if you were satisfied by how I placed my towers. It'll be an interesting conversation. But let's get back to it. So I think it's called, is it called Spectre? I think it's called Spectre. But I did get my first Spectre, if that's what it's called. But I was able to have a lot more Spectres than he was, because like he only had 3, which was a huge, like, he didn't manage his space that well. I feel like I definitely managed my space a lot better than he did, which did help me in the long run, but I always spoil things. I need to stop doing that. And also, when you're going like the far left section, does the right section matter? Like the sharp shots and stuff like that, does that affect the Juggernaut at all? If you guys like know anything about that, please let me know. It'd be super helpful. Like if the sharp darts and extra sharp darts and stuff like that help the Juggernaut at all. But so far, your guys' comments have been super helpful, and I really love reading them, because I'm actually learning a lot from those comments. Like, I'm not even lying, because I do read them all. So yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I am filling up the entire circle with juggernauts. It is pretty satisfying. I was pretty satisfied at the time with this, and I was like, okay, there's no way he's gonna be able to beat me. My side's way more filled out than his is. But one thing I was a little... Oh wait, never mind. That's because they were centered. Never mind. That was... Okay. I didn't even realize that, like, the placement of our towers, I mean, it didn't really affect anything, because they still pop as many balloons on the screen as they would if they were in the middle of the circle. Like, on his side, you can see that I don't know how he managed to fit those juggernauts in between those monkey aces, but on his side, you can see that there's 3 specters in the middle of the circle. So, like, no matter where you place them on your screen, like, no matter where you place the specters on your screen, they'll still target the balloons. So I don't really know why that's a thing in the game. But, yeah. I'm not going to ask you guys to tell me why. I mean, if you want to, feel free, but I don't want to keep asking you a bunch of questions. It's overwhelming. He keeps giving me a thumbs up. I think I give him a thumbs up here, too, just to be nice. We are at 20,000, so we're doing pretty well. 5,000 eco, not bad. Yeah, I give him a good old thumbs up. But we managed to fill the whole circle with juggernauts, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. And at this point, I'm just working on eco, because there's nothing else I can do. Except for, oh wait, no, I do have a couple more specters I need to get. But I'm just building up eco. And then as I'm building up eco, I'm going to get those last couple specters. And then from there, all I'll have to do is build up eco and then prepare for a rush. So, but in play with fire, I usually don't rush. So, because that gets sent back at me. So yeah, like that's something I don't really want to do. But I think there's a game I played today where I just sent a bunch of ZOMGs at him, and then a bunch came at me. I can't remember. Or no. I did play one game today where the opponent sent a ZOMG at me. And since it was in play with fire, it came right back at him, and I defended it, and he lost against it. So he basically defeated himself. And I might let me know if you guys want to see that game. I'd be glad to upload it. It was pretty funny. Not for the opponent, obviously, that lost to his own rush, but as you can see, when those mobs come on the screen, we do eliminate them quicker than he does. So from that, I was feeling really confident. At this point, I knew I was gonna win because I just felt like I had more damage output. I almost surrendered by accident. That would have been bad. I had more damage output, I felt like. Just with all those juggernauts able to destroy Moabs and stuff like that, and then I have the specters for Bloons, I feel like there was nothing that could stop me. Because as you can see, I am popping the Moabs quicker than he is. Without his Super Monkey ability for his Dart Monkeys, I am popping the Moabs quite a lot quicker. We are approaching round 32, and I believe I do have all my specters. So at this point, all there is to do is just build up eco, because there's literally nothing else to do. But at this point in the game, when you have the whole map filled out, like, I don't really want to build, or really want to send him anything, because I don't want to end up having it backfire against me, so that's not something I was too keen on. I was over $100,000, 12,000 eco. So we are obviously doing really well in the money department, but we don't need this money, so there's not really anything I can do with it. So from this point on, I'm basically just building up eco. He does, for some reason, use his Super Monkey ability. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because he was preparing a rush. Because he does end up rushing me sometime. But when I was actually like playing this, I was like, why did he just use that ability just for absolutely no reason? And I'm like, and then I got a rush like a minute later, and I never realized that that happened. So, but the thing is that like if you oh, is it? Okay. So the thing I was thinking about, though, is like, if someone does send you a rush, if it also gets sent back at them, you want to have less damage output. And right here, I actually almost lost, but my Juggernauts luckily came in to be clutch, so, what was I even saying? Yeah, he has a lot of Super Monkey fan clubs, as you can see. But what I was saying is if you both get sent ZOMGs, you want to make sure you have less damage output than the opponent does. So that if they're gonna pop the the ZOMGs quicker, so that way the BFBs will get through their defenses because BFBs are faster than ZOMGs. You know what I'm saying? So like, since ZOMGs are slower than Moabs, yeah, here comes the rush from him. So this is kind of a mistake I made. I mean, I didn't really make it, but I don't know. But I was really worried at this point, so what I was doing was I, for some reason, used my battle energy. That was stupid. Not that it affected anything, but I also used the balloon energy so that his balloons do go quicker than mine, giving me the upper hand in this situation. So now his balloons are going quicker, I'm fairly sure. I think, yeah. I think his balloons are going quicker. But he almost has his balloons, he has his balloons way more damage than mine, as you can see. So, since he did that, his balloons broke down more than mine did. So that way his balloons were quicker to get through, which is obviously not something you should do. So as these balloons are turning the corner, he has BFBs and I have ZOMG still. So the BFBs get through quicker, and that's what gives me the win. So as you can see, it was so close. This was actually like the most intense moment of my life. But that will end off the game, and I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Seriously, thank you for the support. I love you guys, and hope you enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video.